The Dell Technologies HPC community is a community of practice for leaders, professionals, experts in high-performance computing. It includes our own staff, it includes experts at many of the partner companies we work with, and of course includes all those experts in the customer community, the people who make decisions on what to buy, how they want it designed and configured, how they're going to develop applications for it, and how they're going to use it to make innovations and discoveries that change the world. Our HPC community actually has two components, a weekly online component, and we have webinars and conversations every week, and it has in-person meetings, like here at ISC for the first time in person in a couple of years. And those two components together really give us a chance to build connections between these professionals in this community of practice. And that helps accelerate HPC overall, because when someone makes a discovery or creates a new technique or a new piece of software, then they can share it much more quickly, and we share it with a very broad audience in our HPC community. So we're all about the cutting edge, but then discussing it, sharing it, and promoting it to as many as possible.
One of the things we're excited to bring here at ISC 2022 is the R750XA, which is our workhorse in AI and simulation. And you can install, let's say, PCI Express cards, which can be accelerators, different kinds, so NVIDIA, AMD, and even FPGAs or Intel's upcoming Ponte Vecchio cards, which makes it a very flexible platform for people to start with only one card, but then moving on. One of the special things that we've done is making sure that the cards are in the front so that they get the cooling first. But on the back there's lots of I/O capabilities and even some storage capabilities, so that for specific workloads you can adjust the system if needed. So the next one we'll be talking about is the XE8545, which is basically an AMD EPYC based system, but has in the back what we call NVLink based four-way GPU solution that is ideal, a building block for AI solutions, inferencing, training, but also simulation. So we have quite a few customers that use in HPC clusters to a good extent, but it's limited to NVIDIA basically. So it's only one kind of acceleration platform, but it's a very big and very powerful machine. One of the next ones is what we call the XR12, which is a ruggedized, a shortened version of a normal rack server, but we made sure that it's kind of folded inside itself, so that we have storage and we can add GPUs into it. One of the use cases that we've used it in is interesting because it's using to control smart grids in a wind farm, where they control the windmills, and these machines are just sitting inside the windmill. In ruggedized conditions, they will be running at temperatures you can't control. They can take warm air, and still keep working. Underneath the XR12, you see a switch, which is a 400 gigabit Ethernet switch. It's a very exciting product to bring it already, because we are one of the first ones to bring 400 gigabit Ethernet. And one of the snags, well, of the special things about it is that it actually comes with an operating system. You can have our Sonic, which is a very good operating system, but you can also upload a open source based network switching operating system. It's one of the few out there in the world. Then we step over to these systems, which is the Powerscale F900, which is a flash-based storage system. You normally have these, we only have one on view here, but it consists of a cluster of minimal 3 nodes, because it needs to do erasure encoding across itself. The nice thing about it is that it provides file access, NFS, SMB, etc. to a cluster or a system at high velocities. But the nice thing about it is when you want to upgrade or you want to replace or add capacity, you just add another node and the system will take care of it. There's a policy engine that makes data move around and make sure that the data is at the right spot at the right time. Then we move on to another system, which is a fully AMD based system. It's the R6525, which can take up to 3 GPUs in the back. And basically we put in MI210s here, which is a very nice new card from AMD, which gives us a lot of performance, especially for specific workloads like mechanical engineering and cosmology, which are sparse and have let's say, not a full FP64, but the machine is very capable and can take all of and the nice thing about it is, as you can see, it's a water-cooled system. So we can take the heat of the CPUs out at a very high, let's say, level, making sure that these systems run really cold. We've been getting great feedback from the customers walking by and having interest in the systems and getting, let's say, on top of it, and let's say having open discussions with them. Even people that don't know Dell, they are getting interested. Some of the components, and they're looking at, oh, we didn't know you're doing this. So especially on the accelerated platforms and the flexibility that we can approach with the different platforms, they say, well, so we can choose. We're not being forced into a single vendor, which gives us a happy feeling. And that's what customers want. They want to be felt, let's say, one of the things that I always discuss with them is about exit strategy. How do you go out of your system? So being transparent and having multiple options gives them the flexibility, and then actually they don't gonna go away. They keep working with Dell. That's the nice part. At Dell, it's all about innovation, accelerating innovation, and having an open system that people can trust into, and make sure that we have flexibility and openness, that we can move their problems into solutions.